Hey guys, so it's 6:03 here on the East Coast. We're gonna be getting started right now. So my name is Abdul. I'm here in Maryland. I'm not your speaker for today, but the person I'll be speaking now, the gentleman, if you're driving, if you're watching TV, whatever you're doing, you want to give him your full attention, okay? So this gentleman is actually the president counsel of our company right now. He has multiple rounds of equity across the country, across the company, and also in the country. He has so many offices. So, guys, this is a mentor to me. He's a coach to me. He has helped me so much in this business, and I really appreciate him. So he has also helped a bunch of people, hundreds of people across the country. So, guys, give it up for my coach, my mentor, Chris Hart. Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, man. I don't got the strong Nigerian accent, man, just his regular voice, man, but I got you, brother. I'm here. Great job, man, hosting, bringing me up, guys. First of all, guys, welcome to the call tonight. My name is Chris Hart. My name is Not Sold Out Servant. That's my Instagram handle. That's my IG brand, all that good stuff, guys. But today, my goal is this. Somebody invited you out tonight, someone you know personally, maybe someone you met recently on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. My goal today is this, guys. I'll give you my background, who I am, how I got started in financial services. I'll talk a bit about the future of what's happening in our industry. And I'll go over exactly what we do for families here. If you're someone saying, Chris, I'm open to learning a little more about money and finances, this call's for you. You're saying, Chris, I'm open to an opportunity for maybe a part-time income or a total career change, this call's also for you guys. So that being said, my background, from California originally. I was born and raised in Southern California. Prior to PHP agency, worked at a company called Apple. At Apple, my job was to help companies integrate Apple technology, software, hardware. Loved it. Thought I was going to retire there, but God had different plans for me. I met a guy named Curtis at my church back in 2013. My wife and I were directors of our church nursery. We watched the kids from 6 to 24 months. During one Wednesday night Bible study, me and Kurt were having a discussion about a company called PHP. I asked him what it stood for. He said, people helping people. I thought it was pretty corny. I said, then what do y'all do? He said, we help families make money, save money, and get out of debt. I thought, okay, no, let's have a conversation. Why not? So we met the following Sunday after church, guys, who blew me away. I'm not sure about you. My mom and dad did the best they can by me. Never quite had discussions about personal finances as a kid growing up. It just wasn't a topic of discussion in my household. In my years of high school and college, never had a class on personal finances. So it made sense to me. I got started as a client right away with Nationwide Financial and AIG. Now, he tried to recruit me. I said, Curtis, I work for Apple, man. We have $100 billion in the bank. We have no debt. We're good. Guys, Apple had $100 billion in the bank, no debt. They're good, not me, right? But my ego was tied to working for a big, sexy company. So I passed on the opportunity. I kept working at Apple, guys. I've got 7 siblings. I come from a large family. So I give them some referrals, my older brother and older sister. A couple of months goes by. He called back for more referrals. I said, sure, I'm just curious, man. What'd you make helping out my brother Stan and my sister Tammy? He made about $7,000 on about 2 hours of work. I thought, well, you make $7,000 helping them. They were happy about it, satisfied. Cool. I didn't get any kickback, no referral fee, nothing, right? And he wanted more referrals. At that time, I said, no, my entire family's set right now, right? I'm thinking like, man, I can do it myself one day. I didn't do it right away. I procrastinated, guys, did not get started. I kept working at Apple. What got me started was my wife wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. She said, babe, I want to have kids and be a stay-at-home mom. I thought you said something else. Let's be a stay-at-home mom. And I said, babe, like there aren't any more stay-at-home moms right now. Like in this day and age, like when men work, women work. What are you saying? But she was very adamant about that. So I thought, okay, cool. Let me make it happen. How do you do that, right? Ask for a raise for a job. Apple's not giving away $40,000 raises like that for anybody, right? So I thought, okay, cool. I did a side hustle. So me and Curtis sat down. I said, Curtis, if I get started with PHP agency part-time on a part-time basis, can I make an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month part-time helping families? He says, Chris, man, you get started here, you'll be $250,000. I said, hey, sit down, man. Don't tell me some crazy dream making $250,000 a year. I'm not the one that'll get caught on that hype. Like, can I make an extra $2,000 a month part-time serving families? He says, yeah. Guys, I figured worst case scenario, I come on board, learn about money and finances. It's a win-win for my family. Why not? So I got started. I got licensed on a part-time basis, guys. I got licensed in 1 month. Within 4 months, retired my wife. She didn't make crazy income. She made about $2,500 a month. I was able to replace her income part-time. Within 1 year, I left Apple. So it wasn't some get rich quick scheme or some overnight sensation. It took some hard work and dedication. But fast forward today, God's definitely blesses, guys. We have offices across the country. We have a presence in Southern California. We're in West Texas, Columbus, Ohio, Connecticut, New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina, Florida, and we're heavily saturated in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, guys. So enough about me. You're probably wondering, what do y'all do? What's this company about, right? So people helping people. We're an FMO. We're a financial marketing organization. What we do is we market financial products on behalf of companies like AIG, John Hancock, Mutual of Omaha, National Life Group. And right now, guys, our industry is shrinking. The average agent today in financial services is a 61-year-old Caucasian male. Nothing wrong with being 61 or a white male, but here's the problem though. They've got one foot in, one foot out, they're about to retire. Now, these companies don't care what color you are, how old you are, or where you come from. All they care about is distribution of financial service products. But they know people normally buy from people who look, talk, and act like them. So if the average agent is a 61-year-old Caucasian male, who's he usually marketing to? Probably people from his demographic, boomers, older males. Okay, cool. Who's being left behind? Everyone else. You got women, you got Gen Xers, you got millennials, Gen Zs, and minorities. So people helping people is in a very unique position. We're the most diverse financial services company in the country. Our CEO's name is Patrick Bet-David. He has a #1 channel on YouTube for entrepreneurs called Valuetainment, over 3.1 million subscribers. Our executive team consists of an African-American, Nigerian-American, 2 Mexican-Americans, Salvadorian, Honduran, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Caucasian, Asian, Caucasian, African-American. We're a melting pot. Our #1 agency owner is a 35-year-old African-American Caucasian female named Sheena Sapala, making over $2 million a year. Guys, that's unheard of in this industry. You have a minority woman who's a millennial making over $2 million a year. She's the top income earner in our agency, guys. We're a different type of company and wants to attract a different type of agent. So essentially what we're doing is this, guys. Everyone on our team here is an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs get paid based off the size of the problems they solve. We're solving 3 large problems here. The first one's called distribution. Guys, take a good look at this call. This call does not resemble your typical financial services agency. We're diverse. We've got Gen Zs here. We've got boomers, millennials, Gen X, white, black, Latino. We're a different type of company. Guys, I'm a 35-year-old African-American male. I have access to a market that a 61-year-old agent may have a hard time getting to. Therefore, these trillion-dollar companies need access to markets. They need a bridge. They need distribution. That's this call here, guys. That's the first problem we're solving. Second problem is financial literacy. We don't learn how money works in America. Not in high school, not in college, not at home. So what do? Most of us make mistakes in our 20s and our 30s. We try and recover in our 40s to get back on track in time for retirement in our 50s and 60s. Not the best wisdom, but it's all we know. We teach financial literacy here. How's your 401k work? Your TSP, IRA, Roth IRA? What's tax code 7702? What's an infinite banking concept? How does inflation and taxation impact your wealth? Simple financial terms, guys, we teach for free here. And last but not least, it's just entrepreneurship. I don't care how old you are in America today. If you want to open a business, you have to attract 2 of the largest living generations. They're called Gen Zs and Millennials. And they're different, man. They were born between 1981 and 2010. They don't want to work at a job for 40 years, for a 401k, for 45k. They want to travel, live their best life, get paid what they're worth, have an impact on their community and the world. Last time I checked, that's very hard to do behind a desk or a kiosk. It requires something called entrepreneurship. Who's teaching us how to be entrepreneurs? So guys, you probably want a great presentation, pretty great opening. How do y'all do this here, right? What are y'all doing exactly, right? So right now, guys, I'm going to shift gears into something called the 3 ways that money grows. One of our simple conversations we have with our clients every single day, guys, at our firm here. And it's, what it'll do is it'll break down for you exactly how money works and how money grows. Guys, everyone on this call has money. Some have more, some have less. Our money's growing 3 ways. The challenge is we're taught the first 2, but not the third one. Let me share my screen here. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. I see Ferdy here, Patrick. All right, thanks, God, appreciate it. So like I said, guys, money goes 3 ways. So your money's either growing fixed, it's growing variable, or it's growing index. Fixed, variable, or index. Now, there's pros and cons to each way that money grows. Let's go over the fixed for a second here, guys. What's a fixed account? Normally, it's going to be your bank, checking account, savings, CD, money market, money in the shoebox upstairs. Some people still put money in shoeboxes, trust me. And so those are all fixed ways that money grows. What's the plus to putting money into a shoebox or a local bank? Your money's safe. It's not going anywhere. It's backed up by the FDIC up to $250,000 of deposits, guys. So your money's safe in the bank. What's the downside of putting money into a bank or a shoebox? Low to no growth, right? 0 to 1% growth in money. You'll be lucky to get 1% right now on a CD or a savings account, right? And so not even outpacing inflation, right? So if you're a visual person like me looking at a growth chart of a fixed account, it looks kind of like this here. Slow, steady growth over time. Not the best place to grow money. The second one here is called variable. Now, for most of us on this call, we own variable accounts due to an employee-sponsored account like a 401k, a 403b, a TSP, IRA, Roth IRA. Maybe some of you guys own some stocks or mutual funds. Maybe even you own some cryptocurrency, right? What's the plus to having money in cryptocurrency, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, 401ks? Your money can definitely grow, right? You can experience the upside of the market for sure. Now, when the market's up, it's up now. But things go up, at some point they must come down. So what's the downside to it? You also lose all or a portion of your investment. So there's some risk there, right? Guys, I'm 35 years old. I've lived through 2 market crashes in the last 2 decades. The first one was the dot-com bubble burst in 2000. The market was up in the late 90s. In 2000, the bubble bursts. In 01, the Twin Towers fall. In 02, we go to war. And what happens? Recession for 3 years straight. The market recovers in 03. 04, 05, 06, 07. What happens in 08 in our market? Housing market bubble burst, the market crashes down negative 39% in 08. So if from a visual perspective, looking at this account, a variable account, how does it grow? It's kind of up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, crash. And when it crashes, it can crash. The real question is this: variable is necessary, but how much money can you afford to lose? The last one here is index. Now, index is not as popular as fixed and variable. Why is that? The average agent marketing it has got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So most of us probably never even heard of index. It falls in 2 categories: fixed index annuities and index universal life. You got fixed index annuities and index universal life, known as FIAs and IULs. These are both insurance products. Guys, insurance has a disposition to not lose value. You have a contractual agreement saying, hey, you're guaranteed to never lose money in this account. So what's the plus? Safe. It's not going anywhere. What's the downside to it? What's the catch? Well, your money is capped on growth. Anywhere from, say, 0 to 9%. What does that mean? When we say index, it's actually indexing something. In this case here, it's indexing the S&P 500. Let's imagine you're putting money into an IUL. You're funding it at about a couple $100 a month. You're max funding it. It's properly structured. And comparing it to S&P 500. Let's say the market has a good year. The market returns a positive 20% growth in the S&P 500. If you have money in your IUL, what kind of growth would you get? Well, what's your cap? 9%. You're getting the cap, 9%. That's the downside to it. When the market's up over 9, you're capped at 9%. Let's say the following year, the market has a decent return of 8% return, which is pretty good for your money, right? If you have money in the IUL, it was indexed in the S&P for a cap of 9%, what would you get? All 8%. Let's say the following year, we experience a COVID-19 issue that happens. We print some money out. We extend unemployment benefits. Let's just say we stop unemployment benefits being extended. We stop stimulus checks and the market falls apart. That can't happen, right? But if it did happen, the market was down negative 38%, a repeat from 08, how much money would you lose? Absolutely nothing. 0 is your hero here. You never lose money in the index. So again, looking at this from a visual perspective, right? When the market's up, you're up, down, you're flat. Up, you're up, down, you're flat, so forth and so on. So looking at the fixed variable index, if you had an opportunity to grow money for your family's future between fixed, variable, and index, where would you put most of your money? Would you put it in fixed? Would you put it in variable, or would you put it in index? Most of my clients say index. Some say fixed, some say variable, most say index. Let's go back and double check for a second here, guys. Going back over to fixed for a second. When it comes to fixed accounts on this call, do we enjoy safety when it comes to our hard-earned money? I think most of us enjoy safety when it comes to our money, right? Absolutely. Do we enjoy low growth or low interest? I don't think so, right? So fixed has a purpose, but it does not grow money at all for you. Next one's variable here. When it comes to our variable accounts, our 401ks, our IRAs, Roth IRAs, pensions, TSP, do we enjoy the growth of those accounts? Of course we do. But do we like losing money? I don't think anyone likes losing money. So the question is, how much money can you afford to lose? The next one here is index. When it comes to index, well, we enjoy safety. We enjoy growth. Kind of has the best of both worlds. There's a guy named Warren Buffett. I'm sure you heard Warren Buffett before, right? He's a financial guru, decade-billionaire, has all these books on money and finances. If you ever read a book from Warren Buffett or an article, he's got 2 rules of money. Rule number 1 of money is this: don't lose money. Okay, check, that makes sense. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. It keeps it very simple, guys. Just don't lose money. Here's a problem though. A lot of our loved ones, friends, family, coworkers are overexposed to market losses in variable accounts, 401ks. We're losing money. So when he says don't lose money, he's not saying don't grow money. He's not saying put it on the bank. What he's saying is something called principal protection of our money. What does that mean? Let me give you an example. Let's imagine we all had $100, $100, right? We put $100 in the stock market. We invest $100 into the stock market. Stock market crash, it's down negative 50%. If we lost half of our $100, what do we have left? $50. Good guess, right? Now, let's say the market has a full recovery. It's back up positive 50%. What do you have now? If you said $100, you were absolutely wrong, right? It's actually $75, right? You're like, what, $75, right? Doesn't make any sense. Yes, it does. You got $50. Market's back up 50% on 50. What's half of 50? $25. That's $75. What does that mean? Whenever the market loses money, it takes twice as much growth to get back to square one. That's why not losing money can be more important than making money. And so as you wrap up here, guys, today's call is more so about an opportunity and a preview about who we are as a company and how we serve families. But for 1 second, take account on how you're actually growing money right now. When it comes to your own pocketbooks, right? Do you currently own any fixed accounts? Most people say yes when I ask that question. Why? We have a bank account, checking account, savings to manage your household finances. Of course, you have a fixed account. Do you currently own any variable accounts like a 401k, a 403b, a TSP, mutual fund? You probably do. Most people do. Do you currently own any fixed index annuities or index universal life? When I ask most of my clients that, most of them say no. And when I ask why not, the number one question, the number one answer is this: I just didn't know about it. So guys, as you leave this section of our conversation, if you're on this call saying, man, Chris, I have no clue what index is, I'm open to learning more about index, I highly suggest whoever invites you out tonight, when they give you a call this evening, to book a follow-up appointment to learn more about index, because it's very important to be diversified how you grow money. You may have fixed and variable, but you don't have any index, you could be losing money and not making it in certain markets. So that being said, guys, I want to transition now to what we call our crusade as we wrap up here. So on this call, you're saying, man, Chris, like, what do you guys do? What's your crusade? One of our crusades is this: how do we teach more families about the importance of leaving behind generational wealth and a legacy? How do you pass down generational wealth? And like the most simplest way to do so, guys, is something called life insurance. So imagine for a second, don't leave yet. Imagine for a second, you were to earn a secondary income as a life insurance agent. Now, I never thought in my lifetime, guys, I would ever say that I'm a life insurance agent. It sounds so freaking boring, right? But we're a different type of company. Trust me, guys. We just got back from Las Vegas, Nevada. We had an event. We had Mike Tyson himself, the boxer Mike Tyson came out, guys. He did not bite any ears off. He came out to talk about competition, right? We had Nicky Jam, a Grammy Award-winning artist, perform our event. In years past, we've had Kevin Hart come out to our events. The late, great Kobe Bryant, George W. Bush, Magic Johnson. We're a different type of company that wants to attract a different type of agent. So imagine you're working here part-time with us, having a blast, going to Vegas, but actually serving families, right? And you come on board part-time here. And you come across someone who says, hey Ferdy, hey Alicia, hey Drew, hey Liz, hey Susan, hey Judah, I need life insurance, man. Great, he has a job that offers life insurance, but he knows when he leaves his job, it won't go with him. Your job as an agent here at Peach Agent is to teach educate, and inform. So the first type of policy out there is called a term policy. Now, term policy is for a term, right? It's anywhere from say 10 to 30 years. Let's say your client says, hey, Chris, I want a 30-year term and I want a $500,000 death benefit. If I die, my family gets $500,000. No GoFundMe, no car wash, no plate drive. I'm being responsible. Great. They're going to pay about $50 a month as a middle-aged male for this policy. So he's paying $50 a month. Now, AIG, John Hancock, they say, hey, thank you for this introduction. We have a hard time finding clients in diverse markets. We're going to advance you $50 a month times 12, which is about $600 times our average contract at 50%. You're going to make $300 in 1 to 2 hours of work. And what kind of job pays that kind of money in less than 2 hours of work? Few jobs pay that kind of money. It's good income, right? That's really good income for you as an agent. What's in it for your client? Well, one, it was pretty cheap. I mean, you're talking about $50 a month for a $500,000 death benefit. It's very inexpensive. What's the downside to it? Policy expires. So if your client's 35 years old, they get a 30-year term. In 30 years, they're age 65. Now, you healthier at 65 years old or 35 years old? In most cases, you're probably healthier at 35 years old. So at age 65, it can cost you an arm and a leg getting a new policy. This is a phenomenal policy. It's cheap and expensive, but not for everybody, guys. Next one here is called ROP term. Let's imagine that we all needed car insurance, right? We don't sell that here, guys. Let's just follow along for a moment here, right? Let's imagine we all needed car insurance. I say, hey, I'm Chris Hart from Progressive. I'm working here with Flo. And we have a new type of car insurance policy for you. Here's how it works. Next 5 years, you have an accident. I'm going to cover you like always. Take care of your car, replace your bumper, get you a rental. You're in good hands. However, Ferdy, next 5 years, you have no accidents. I'm going to give you a full refund of all your past monthly premiums. Would you sign up for that policy? Heck yeah, right? Sign me up today. Now, don't get too excited, man. That doesn't exist in car insurance. If it did, I think we all would have it, right? But it does exist in life insurance. It's called ROP term, return premium. So imagine you're working here part-time, working on Zoom, servicing clients. They say, hey, Freddie, I like that, man. Great, here's how it works. It's a term, anywhere from 10 to 30 years. Your client says, hey, man, I want a 30-year term on the ROP. I want a $500,000 death benefit. If I die today, I got young kids, I need protection. Great. It's gonna cost them about $100 a month. Now, Mutual of Omaha says, Ferdy, thank you for this introduction. We have a hard time finding clients in diverse markets. We're gonna advance you $100 a month times 12. Okay, it's $1,200 times our average contract of 50%. You're gonna make $600 in 1 to 2 hours of work. What kind of job pays that kind of money in 2 hours of work? Not many jobs, man. It's good income for 2 hours of work. Now, that's good income for you. What's in it for your client? Well, your client paid $1,200 a year for life insurance. They paid faithfully for 30 years. They paid $36,000 in life insurance premium, but they did not die. At the end of 30 years, they get all that money back in a full refund, tax-free. Now, for everyone watching this call right now, prior to jumping on this call, did you know you can buy life insurance? If you don't die, get all your money back at the end. Most people don't know that. So think about it for a second. If you don't know about this, do your close friends, family, coworkers, and neighbors know about it? Probably not. So if you don't know, and they don't know, who's going to teach them? Exactly. Guys, most people wouldn't mind buying life insurance if they knew they can get a full refund if they don't die. The challenge is no one knows any better. So the plus here is that you get a full refund. The downside is the policy still expires though. So you find yourself maybe at age 81, 84, 79, 77 with no life insurance. So this could be great for some, but not for all. The last one here, guys, before we wrap up here, is called You Will, I Will. For 1 second, let's imagine everyone on this call was in the market for life insurance. If you were in the market for life insurance, how long would you want life insurance for? Most people want life insurance like for life, not for 13 years or 12 months or 22 years. They want it for life, right? They want life insurance for life. So this is a permanent life insurance policy. It's called You Will, I Will, that third way that money grows. So imagine you have a client who says, hey, I want this policy. I want a $500,000 death benefit for life. Great. It'll cost them, say, $250 a month. And this policy could replace their IRA, Roth IRA, 401k based on how it's structured. So you're putting away $250 a month. American National Income says, thank you for this introduction. We have a hard time finding clients in diverse markets. We're going to advance you $250 a month times 12 months in a year, which is about $3,000 times our average contract of 50%. You're going to make $1,500 in 1 to 2 hours of work. Now, that's really good money for 2 hours of work, guys. What kind of job pays that kind of money in 2 hours? Nothing really out there, right? That's not why I got started. Raise your hand or show your hand emoji if you understand how residual passive income works. Residual and passive income. So quite a few of you guys understand how it works. I got started in this game because of residual passive income. What do I mean by that? In this industry, Valencia, Loney, these companies will pay you upwards of 4% of your client's annual payment for the life of your client. What does that mean? They'll pay you $120 a year for this one client every year. Now, that's not a lot of money, guys. That's about $10 a month for one client. But wait, that adds up. What if with our system, we can teach you how to help a couple clients per month, a couple clients per week, a couple clients per day? What happens eventually? It gets to a point to where you're making residual income, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $4,000 a month, 10 grand a month, passive coming in every single month. And guess what? At PHP Agency, you actually own your book of business from day one. If you want to walk away from the industry, you continue to get a check. Guys, this is the second highest paid profession behind professional athletes. It goes LeBron James and then whoop, financial services. Or should I say Lionel Messi, making like 120 mil for two seasons, right? Really good money. Now, that's good money for us, but let's get it for our client. For our client, one, guys, has got permanent life insurance. Life insurance for life, locked in. 2, cash value between 0 and 9% growth on their money. What bank will offer you anywhere near 9% growth in your money? It's not happening. 3, tax-free access. Tax code 7702 says you get access to your IUL or life insurance policy as long as funds are available there, tax-free. And then 4, living benefits and long-term care. You get sick, cancer, heart attack, or a stroke, you actually get access to your death benefit while you're living for absolutely free. Why? Because these companies want to innovate and attract more clients. Here's the problem, guys. We buy new phones every 2 or 3 years. We buy new cars every 7 to 8 years. How often do we buy financial service products? Once or twice in a lifetime? We have no clue what's out there with the latest and greatest innovation within financial services. So guys, normally I would ask a client, hey, between the term, the ROP term, UL, IUL, which one appeals to you the most? But today, guys, we're so here about the opportunity, right? So as I wrap up here, I got one question for you. One question. Can you see yourself doing this on a part-time basis here? You're saying like, Chris, I can see myself doing this. Here's the next steps in the process today, guys. This is a very highly regulated industry. It requires you passing a background check. If you have any felonies or misdemeanors dealing with money, you could have a hard time working with us. That's not a problem. Guys, the next step is in the future, you got to get licensed. Now, licensing fees will cost you anywhere from $100 to $200, depending on the state you reside in. That's in the future. That's not a problem for you. The next step is getting started today, guys. Today, our platform fee is $199. So one-time fee to get you access to our entire system here at PHP. Guys, we have a pretty sick system here, guys. We have a corporate office in Addison, Texas, where we take care of your agency payroll, compliance, licensing support, special events, and trainings. We also have a local Zoom training and local offices. We have training guys here twice a day, Monday through Saturday, morning and evening. So depending on your availability, if you can give us anywhere from say 8 to 10 hours a week, we can help you by holding your hand and walking through the process to be successful in this new venture you're in. And then 3, we're a tech-enabled back office, guys. Our back office is sick. We invested a couple $1 million into our back office. It's a web portal you get access to as an agent here. It gives you access to our entire system. You can do business from anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet access, guys. We also have online videos on our website teaching you how to conceptually educate clients on what we do here at PHP Agency. So guys, as you wrap up here, in closing, guys, here's what we'll say. The money is great here, guys. This has been a phenomenal ride for my wife and I. This business has paid me very well. I've been in the game for 8 years, guys. I'm a kid from a small town in LA County called Compton, California. I'm a college dropout. I didn't finish school. And for me to make multiple six figures, over $500,000 in income in this industry by serving families, I feel it's a blessing. But for 1 second, let's forget about the money for a second. I want to guarantee you three things. I'm an insurance guy, so I use that word up quite a bit, guys, right? In insurance guarantees and contracts. I've got 3 guarantees for you working with us. The first guarantee is this. You come on board, pay your platform fee on 199, you're an agent here at PHP, in 6 months you walk away. Was not a good fit for you long-term. I guarantee you will learn a lot about money. 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, inflation, taxation, infinite banking concepts. Tax code 7702. If you walk away in 6 months, being the matriarch, being the patriarch of your family with finances and money, is that a good thing or a bad thing for your family? I think it's a good thing. Is that worth a platform fee at $199? I think it is. Second guarantee is this. If you're working with us, you're going to introduce your loved ones to National Life Group, American National Income, AIG, Mutual Vermont. They're going to say, hey, this makes sense, Carla. We need this. Freddie, we need this. Josiah, we need this. Alexander, we need this, man. Anthony, we need this. They become a client. You walk away in 6 months, was not a good fit for you long-term. They keep that policy on the books. In 10, 20, 40, 80 years, when they pass away, they pass them a death benefit check to your loved ones of $250,000, $500,000, $1 million. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for your family legacy? I think it's a good thing, man. Is that worth a platform fee of $199? I think it is. And last but not least, this is the third guarantee. If you're running with us, guys, you will be bitten by the entrepreneur bug. That's a for sure bet. If you're saying, man, Chris, I want to level up as a man or a woman. I want to increase my income, increase my wealth, my family's well-being. You have to increase your identity first. How do you do so? By the books you read, the meetings you attend, the people you hang around. If you're running with us, we're going to challenge you to read more books, to level up as a person, increase your identity, go to meetings and places where you can level up and be challenged as an individual. If you're here for 6 months, you walk away in a better position with a better identity and walking your God-given purpose. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for your family legacy? I think it's a good thing, guys. So if you're saying, man, Chris, I'm open to learning about money and finances. I'm open to serving my community. I'm open to loving you as a man or a woman. I don't see any reason not to move forward unless you do. So that being said, guys, that's my time tonight, guys. I got you guys out of here in 35 minutes. I'm trying to keep it under 40, but I'm getting good at around 35, 30 minutes, guys. Get you in and out of here. The person who invites you out tonight will give you a call. Answer that phone call, guys. I'm blessed that somebody reached out to me and said, Chris, Apple's a great company, but there's other opportunities out there for you. We're making over $500,000 a year by serving families, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. God bless. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you.